insight that may lead you to a new value creation in the healthcare domain. Okay? And then, of course, you can do something like this. So, not necessarily, you don't have to have insight for every line. It's okay. It's not insight then, right? So just review, and sometimes one fact here, different fact there, might give you an insight. So it depends on you. It depends on you, but try to find insight using these. And the insight are different from findings. Remember, yesterday we've talked about? So try to find the insight that can really push you forward, or you think it might push you forward. So maybe I need to say, don't get caught by non-interesting findings. Try to find interesting ones. That might be a good insight. Where is my insight slide? Let's see. So the insight I told you yesterday that it should look a little bit unfamiliar sometimes, and a little bit uncomfortable or unusual to begin with. But at the end, you will find that is kind of new findings, right? I didn't find my slides, but remember? So unusual but interesting. Unfamiliar but convincing. Okay? So try to find those insights or those findings. And your insights are all candidates. Okay? And you don't know if it's a good insight or bad insight at this moment, but yeah. You wish that a good insight. Okay? So for another hour, I'll give you an hour to work on this, but so please try to find those insights. Okay? Alright, I'll set the timer again, so I'll see you in an hour. If you have anything, any question or anything that you need help, just let me know. I'll be walking around. Okay? Alright.
So the opinion would be like the wet napkins are not sanitary.
Opinion would be, does wet napkins make our hands clean?
Sorry, say again?
Wet napkins make our hands clean or not? It's an opinion.
I think
But
it's
that's
not.
a finding. I mean, it's open.
Yeah, so
it's not an opinion.
So I say it doesn't.
Exactly. So if doesn't, it's an opinion.
Yeah, that's my opinion. That
So-
wet napkins don't make your hands clean.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
In your opinion. So that's probably the opinion is wet napkins don't make my hands clean.
But then, does everybody agree with that opinion?
I don't
It's just
think.
an opinion.
Yes, it's just opinion.
Exactly. Because it's, I mean,
But that
I
should
guess
be.
everyone has different opinions.
But then the group should have an opinion, right?
I mean, with the group opinion, we build the insight.
Yeah. So it's okay just to share.
Because there are many opinions about it.
So wet napkin is not.
It doesn't make
It
your
doesn't
hands
make
clean.
cream. Doesn't
Doesn't
clean.
make your
Doesn't clean. Yeah.
Somebody think
Oh yeah, you can try.
Yeah, you can like for and against. Cleans your hands.
Do and do not clean my hands.
Yeah.
always the India the restaurant has served sanitary napkins.
No, there is a washroom. You wash your hand and then you go and sit.
My hands.
Especially in the winter time, so influenza is attached to Japan. So
All right. Another one. Should we take? Oh, let's take the Morella one.
Yeah. The interesting one.
There are so many people who wear masks. So that's because of bacteria.
Because of air.
Avoid influenza.
some females protect their face.
But then does that help?
Your opinion.
Yeah, I know. I can understand. So, female basket is look like beautiful.
Really?
Only here is look like beautiful. I think so.
Well, we need to write that. I will write that.
That's an opinion, right?
Yeah.
I heard this is all kind of fashion for high school girls.
Yeah. Right here.
Even they don't have sick, but they wear masks.
It's a fashion.
Kind of.
Kind of.
That's an insight.
Because they can like more emphasize their eyes. Also, they can hide their shape of the face. So you're gonna like kind of like look more smaller.
Thank you.
So what is the fact?
But it's a fashion.
Fact is that influenza is present.
But the women are beautiful if they wear masks.
Japanese people.
Women are basically beautiful. That's a fact.
But they just like we're in the mask.
Sorry, everyone, I forgot to tell you, the white wall is a whiteboard wall, so you can use it as you want, okay? And we have like a tape that you can stick the stuff on, and you can use the whiteboard that's a foldable over there if you want to. You can use that the
Glass.
column right over there if you want to. Yeah, feel free to hack the room. Okay?
We can use it to write the inside. Yeah. Or maybe we can stick later this.
That's why I like this.
壁使えないよ。変えてくれたのはいいけど。
Active lifestyle.
People wear masks. And some women.
Yeah, what is the fact?
Fact is influenza is there.
Japanese people
Wear masks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Japanese.
People mask.
So it's not common in your country.
No.
No.
In Asia it's common.
No, not in India.
Only in hospital.
Yeah, only in hospital, only when there is an operation going on in your doctor.
So very serious occasion.
Okay.
Kind of day, like more daily.
Yeah, so
It's a kind of an opinion. If you write daily life, it's an opinion.
So if you put a full stop over here, that's a fact.
Because when is your mask?
I feel that wearing mask.
So that's why that was an opinion. Okay?
Some Japanese people wear masks.
Some.
That's an opinion.
Some way.
And because nobody's wearing
But we
like,
could
except-
find a mask in the pharmacy shop, like ordinary pharmacy shop. So we can.
I just saw one person wearing a mask over here. One and two, there is one more boy. So there are just two people wearing masks. But that's a fact,
Yeah,
isn't
that's a
it?
fact. Yes, how?
So there are some Japanese people wearing masks. That's a fact.
We can say some, like two.
We can ask him when he comes here.
Well,
Big
so
not now.
5, 8, 40, 50. We can say
55.
2 out of 55 wear a mask. Well, that means some.
Yeah.
Yeah. got it. So the other one that I didn't mention before was the umbrella issue. Oh no, I told you.
Yeah.
So what we need a fact.
There is sun out.
This is the young people want to be tan. That is
An opinion.
an opinion. Then umbrella is not common. This is a fact. Well, you are the expert in India.
But then, I mean, have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen it?
In India?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even umbrella is not a popular item in India.
So when it is raining, umbrella is popular.
Yeah, during non-rainy days.
Yeah.
Or we can say like in Japan, umbrella is popular. That's the fact.
We can
You
also
already
say in
told
that
us.
way that people try to protect themselves from sun. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Okay, we can put it in that
Yeah.
way. Yes.
Okay.
People protect themselves from the sun. Themselves from the sun. Then
SELVE. From sun.
And then the opinion is young people like to be tan.
They want to change their.
But then this is exactly opposite.
Female rights tend to
Yeah, but that's an opinion. So we were all discussing, and he said, like, "Oh, but some young people, I like to be. I go to the camera. I like to be tan." So that's his opinion. So yeah,
So, but then would you still apply sunblock when you're outside after going to the camera?
would you apply sunblock?
No.
That's young.
Yeah, tanning oil.
That's the young people.
Young
Oh,
people.
yes.
how about you? You always afraid.
I never. Never.
Want to be tan.
My opinion is Chinese.
I go in deserts and you can see. I'll tell you what.
So I guess
This is my normal skin. No, and this is so, this and this.
golden, so it's different.
Oh, yes.
Or maybe cosmetic.
You can see the
Doctor in Davy, right?
Yeah, I ride a bike back home, so this is my normal. This is how I should be, and this is how I am.
So there was one more thing about the umbrella, and it's your case, that even if she carry umbrella, she has sunblock. So
Double protection.
that's an opinion, right? So even if I carry umbrella, I need double protection.
Yes.
So the opinion would be sun. Umbrella does not protect me from sun totally.
Yes, okay, yeah, that could be a specific opinion. Yeah, umbrella doesn't protect me completely.
Yeah. That's why I use
That's why, no, well, that's extra.
Yeah.
Umbrella
Yeah.
doesn't protect me completely.
Does
That's
not.
it.
No.
That's not.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean,
Okay.
that's none. Yeah.
Protect me from sun totally.
From sun.
You're doing good.
No meaning. Nobody.
Totally. T-O-T-A.
Tomato.
Another T. Tomato.
Tomato. O.
T.
Tomato.
tomato.
A.
A.
L L Y.
Ah, okay.
Good. Well, I guess I would take another one that was the case of the heels.
Here one.
So there was a question that why women wear high heels,
Because they want to be taller. That's my opinion.
but we asked two tall girls,
It's for fashion or so look
And
like looking right.
she said because she would like to show the beauty of the dress.
Yeah, like ATM.
And she said she doesn't use high heels because she's tall already.
Everyone touch it. Like,
So-
there's so many bacteria. Anything outside.
So what do we take from
Everyone
there?
just eat it in front of the place.
Some women wear heels.
Cycle or car passing by, and just
I don't know.
Somewhere.
turn right, you can see the downstairs.
But I'm not sure if that some would be a fact.
But in is that healthcare?
The fact should be simple.
It could be related. Yeah,
Like, just
it's a bit. That's why it's kind of like the last one.
Yeah, like
Woman high heel shoes.
Women sometimes wear high heels.
Yeah, they got some high heel shoes.
Women look attractive.
Sometimes high.
High heels.
That's a very weak fact, but yeah, it could be there. Yeah, because I mean we can also do the same as this one. Like 1 out of 2 wear high heels.
One.
I think two.
So 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 5.
That's not fine.
4 out of 6.
We can use a front day.
it is
I expected to take a high heel by my colleagues, by my members.
for fashion.
But it's the opposite. Now it's like 6 women out of 8 don't wear heels. So it doesn't work for our fact.
It's an opinion then.
Corrupt it.
But then,
Makeup. 8 girls?
out of 50. Out of 50.
Out of 50.
That's a very small number.
So 8 girls with heels.
But today is not
So 8 out of how many girls are in your class? Because most of them.
Let's see the list.
okay. Lay down.
Yeah, it's simply we just put like you 2, like 1 out of 2. So like 50%. Yeah, well, we could write it 50%.
50% of our team.
No, I'm not wearing it.
50% of the women of our team.
Yeah, we're not our.
Yeah, because
I can talk here.
Yeah, because if we put it like this, is what do you think?
It's an opinion.
Men don't usually.
That's an opinion again.
Yeah, that's it.
Because that's today. You don't know tomorrow. You don't know today. Tomorrow they all plan and conspire and everybody comes in here.
100% is
Our group.
I thought this was old. Just
I guess that depends on age.
Yeah, so there are various
Generally,
things. Depends on
women
age, depends on
tend to
height,
wear.
depends on.
So I guess the conclusion is if you add something else to sometimes, somewhere, somehow, it becomes a fact. Otherwise, when you have something like this, it's more like an opinion.
it's just what is it?
Oh, yeah.
Just think that, yeah, here.
And then, what will be the opinion?
Maybe here's woman, yeah, for not fashion, for studying. So look like a flat shoes.
I'm more conservative.
Oh yeah, so flat shoes are comfortable. Yeah. And there was something that you said that was long time on heels is tiring.
So that's a fact, right? That flat shoes are comfortable.
This age of age.
Not really, because she said I can do it with high heels, and for me it's comfortable. So it's an opinion. So for example, that one too, like the long time is tiring. She said I can stay long time with heels, and it's okay.
I tended to search the seat. Can I see?
So now let's do. Oh wait. Let's,
Are we missing something? Is there any other?
Four more. Five more.
exercise is important to keep good health.
That's interesting.
The men's skincare at the pharmacy was close to the door.
Men's skincare to pharmacy was
Well, this is interesting. Oh, actually, this could be the fact. So in the pharmacy, you find prevention, you have pre-sickness, and you have post, like during or post. But I mean, it's kind of different items. I mean, it's team decision. Should we do everything or should we work this and the other
I we can it's not that many.
Okay.
because we have just 14 minutes to go.
So we can choose one more probably. So we have exercise, pharmacies, and men's skincare. Which one you choose?
I choose pharmacy.
Pharmacy, exercise. Exercise.
Sorry.
Why you want a transparent umbrella?
Is this an opinion?
So this is an opinion.
So what will be a fact?
What would be the fact?
This building
For students.
I don't know for students.
I mean, if we say, I mean, that's a fact. What you're saying is a fact. If you say for students, that increases the fact.
Actually, gym customer is old people.
Actually, if I say for students, it's an opinion. Because I don't know it's
I'll use the neighbor.
I mean, the fact is you need to be physically active to remain fit. Sometimes. Some people would do exercise, some people would just walk, some people would do swimming, some people would do some stuff, some people would do nothing and they would still be fit.
But if that's not related to that opinion, so it will be an opinion.
So what is the fact? We need to stay healthy. That's also.
That's also an opinion. Why? If I don't want to.
I want to know the fact.
The central gym exists
That's for here. I know
That's why
gyms
there.
I know gyms on the 9th floor.
Yeah.
Exercise is hard.
sometimes using only the free.
Yeah, I'm this gym's member. I know he or she never ornaments. Many ornaments come here, but students don't come here. Yeah, I know, but I know it's
So that would be a fact that for Yoshi's gym, old people are more.
Too much options. Too much
more than
in pharmacy.
What do you think? Do you think it's a fact? I'm thinking.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm here for this
I
stuff
think it's
today.
fun. And also here's your
Yeah, well, we could write it like that. So Hiyoshi Campus has a gym
And a swimming pool.
and old people.
old people come to most customer is the old people.
Yes.
But then, did we go downstairs and check?
But he knows he should go to the gym.
There might, so you come on what time daily?
Yeah, I go to every day. Yeah.
Every day, but what time?
Morning, evening, afternoon?
Sometimes I go.
Yeah, because that will help the fact. So if you say Hiyoshi campus has a gym, and morning time gyms are full with old people.
Yeah.
But old people, you are aware that it's just an opinion. Because, so, vision, only vision.
Yeah, so it's better if you put it on the opposite way. So
Okay.
the gym is full with SKU students. That's easy to know. Because old people probably all
So I am also old. We need to decide the age criteria.
And also, the gym has take a cost.
Yes. So it
This
might.
is a fact.
Yeah. That. So they.
Cost entry, we have to.
So younger people might go for a run, jogging,
For free.
push-ups.
This is the.
You don't need a gym for that, right?
Just the gym itself. Then
But then,
But this is quite weird.
per week.
so what?
I mean, to relate it to
But
this opinion,
we can check the numbers even now because the gym is very near from here. So we can check the rate of users. That's age even now. So
You mean the week is we need more detail.
yeah, I mean it's
I mean, how will you relate this to the you know the marshmallow on the top?
Yeah, but
It's the healthcare, right? So then that's true, but then
so you mean that this is like the pasta kind of spaghetti pasta.
I would say
we need
Well,
the marshmallow.
right now we have like the spaghetti part.
Because marshmallow, yeah.
So I would say Hiyoshi campus has a gym. In the morning is full of students.
but do we know that for a fact?
We have a person who's telling us. I mean, he's a student. He's telling us it's full of students.
Okay, so then
So that's a fact.
okay, so
Then when he said in the afternoon it's full of old people, that's an opinion.
because you go to Hiyoshi gym in the evening, afternoon, because if we say there might be some time in between where you don't go and it is full of just
Yeah, the during the class, right?
so
Like
there might be some professor who is not that good and our class goes on in the gym.
Right. In the morning it's full of students.
Okay, guys, let me choose the pictures.
Oh,
Okay, picture. Okay, say 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more. Make a big smile. 3, 2, 1. Great, thanks. Good morning.
in the morning it's full of KO students. Well, in reality, to make this a real fact, what you do is at the end you write his name and his university and the time he goes to the.
Yeah, I see.
Just to make the fact better.
it is related to this good health.
So we are trying to find the fact based on an opinion. Is it a good thing to do? Because we should actually find the fact and then make an opinion out of it, right?
It could work both ways. If you have enough information.
Yeah. But do we have enough information?
Well, right now we are based on what he's telling us. In the morning,
There is. There are many.
Mostly.
there are
Mostly.
mostly phase. Yeah.
But then
This.
And then? No, just bring it.
mostly is an opinion.
Yeah, this is a bit tricky. Because, again, we don't have enough information to back up. So we cannot support this area.
Or how much? So exercise is healthy. Is it?
That's an opinion. But, for example, if you say The
Percentage of heart attack can be reduced by doing exercise.
for if you bring like that, if you bring like some like according to blah 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 organization
But then the moment I say according, it's that organization's opinion.
opinion, exactly.
Actually, 30 minutes ago, so we have to
Find the inside.
Find the inside. Summarize our.
Maybe share.
Here. We can write directly over here, right? We can write over here, right? Directly on the board.
Yeah, right directly over here.
So inside, it's right on the board.
We can
Inside.
use this.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid.
Think about this. Do you use one insight that summarizes all the times? You want to use one insight that summarizes each of the times. Get an insight that summarizes all the times.
So what I would say is you find insight for each and every fact, and then write
And insight is not a very easy thing to do. So it's very, it needs to be very complicated.
Already? Yeah, already.
I'm bad at spelling.
I was just checking that there is something that
So what's an insight for the first one? Can you do something for the smokers so that they can continue their habit?
but that's not an insight.
That's totally.
So that's
an idea.
That's already an idea. So an insight is something that you see that is common here, and that could be interesting to start an idea.
Yeah, but then unfortunately I'm getting behavior. You find one side of it. So what I'm saying is can you find a device which can allow the smokers to continue their habit? But still it's not that much.
Is it?
I know.
That's not an insight, that's an idea.
That's an idea. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why it's not an insight. So we're trying to have an So let me see.
Okay, write down.
Inside looking, smokers cannot quit. That's only an opinion. Because I know people who can quit.
That's fine inside. But inside because inside is
I think the process of smoking
yeah, still on the terms of medical.
because they have the process of
There any kind of I mean, maybe it will save some area. You don't need to build some changes. But we need more. can wait for someone reading and it's very urgent.
Yeah, it's very good. It's so good.
If we're going to take one by one, I give you an example of an insight. An insight would be considering that one smoker cannot stop the smoking even when they are on the street. There should be a way to make them aware about that point of view. That's an insight. So an insight is taking some quantity kind of thing, and then it's giving some quantity, not at least giving some triggering some but it's some kind of massage. Yeah. So I say it again. So considering that bad smokers cannot stop their habit, they still smoke even on open streets, even on public. However, they are throwing their cigarette butts anywhere. Is there any way to improve their behavior? So that is triggering an idea. And then the idea could be but I mean, so you know, the inside is taking this information, but it's putting it in a design. So like, what are we going to do with this? So imagine that he's the person that is going to design something, and you are the person who has this. So how are you going to tell him? So the example is, I'm going to tell him, I know a lot of people but they are throwing the cigarettes everywhere.
But
Tell me
there's a boots where it can
something like that. This is not the best insight.
So yes, I think. Oh my God, this conversation is so good. Because if you don't have any design experience, it's very difficult. So fact and opinion comes in there. That's easy to understand. Insight and solution comes in there. Okay? So idea or solution is built around or built with insight. So these are pairs. And there's a relation, not direct, many times. It's like an end-to-end relationship all the time. It's not like
今日やりますか？
ちょっと片付けよう。明日もっと壁を有効に使えるように、僕らみんなが書いてたら、これも片付けてちゃう。
Oh, okay. So insight is very, I don't know, it's a raw material. So
この当時ってすんごいお金かかってるからさ、
you can have
有効に使ってあげると浜岡さんが悪気に悪い。結構俺が強くリクエストして、お願いします、やってくださいって言ったんだけ
You
ど、
say somebody
何百万も。
knee motion.
本当に
So this is
shopping experience.
そうか、そうか、歴史に残る最初の企画
Say,
で。
let's call that insight, okay? I can go very robotic solution. I will help the knee support, the robotic knee support. That's stupid, I know. Knee support, right? Or I can go like the pants that has a knee support. I like the pants solution. Pants with knee support. Or I can go app that helps understand the knee motion. Or there's so many things you can do, varieties, right? So if you just stick to this idea, then your next stop will be, how can I be more? No, don't do that. You'll never get anywhere. So this is and then mix this up inside. You can say, hey, you should not go this direction, but you should go in this direction. This can help. So this is like a raw material on the building for your solution. Get it? Good. Alright. And it's not
Actually, that was one of the comments I was going to make. I think before going to launch, there was someone saying that if when they are making ideas, they realize that it's not related to the insight, if they can switch the insight. There is a really good document from design that they are saying the insight should be to the end the same, because are the ones, because as you said, because are the raw materials, if the structure is not stable. So it's,
I agree, because think about the design process. You'll never get it because you can have 10 million views every day. But if you stick to the insights, then you can convert. Because you can now have a criteria whether that solution is following your insight or not. So this is very practical answer. You guys have several good insights so that you can, Converge meaning get less input. So because you are just you start now about the healthcare solution. How many solutions do you think you can come up with right now? Maybe 10,000 today. Maybe tomorrow another 10,000. Day after tomorrow another 10,000. And 3 months later another 10,000. How many do you have? So that's diverging. So that's like you'll never get to the end. So when you have a good insight, something that you want to hang on to, yeah, you want to focus, or you want your solution to be related to this. Then you can have a solution that is more close to the insight, or that realize. So that's the competition bird, getting the best number of options.
so now you're ready for the I mean, as he said, it goes in pairs. The thing is like, if you start writing ideas, you won't remember. You have to but if you have very small pieces, even if it's one whole piece information, if it's strong enough, the idea will be
Smoking is best. I think is some people like the
so the insight is right. So let's say I am doing the research. This is all the information I have, and I want to give you all the information so you can start deciding. So if I tell you that some people smoke a lot, go and decide. Like, if I tell you I saw 50 cigarettes on the street, maybe people are smoking a lot. Like, it's not strong enough. So you try to make like one paragraph, one sentence.
He said we need many insights.
No, I mean, you can put these three together and make one insight. You can bring 6 together and make one insight, or you can even have one
More insights so that we can have more insight for what's supposed.
It depends. I mean, it's a but again, because we have very
The smokers throw their buds on the road. That's an insight.
it's a weakness. Yes.
That's an insight. Smokers have problems with their lungs. That's an insight. That's a fact again.
You can connect them to make us the strong insight.
That's also an insight.
That could be related. So the three things that you are saying are a mix. If you put them together,
We need more insights from one thing, right? That's why he's saying that. And once
I would like to do it, but I might have a piece of brochure inside. But I know, let's do the exercise. Because exercise is very, when you say like beauty and culture, it's an opinion. So, and if you put it in a very simple way, and inside is
inside probably something which is not seen clearly. You cannot, and the difference between opinions. Like 3-4 opinions together, there is something else about those opinions you get.
and also like put it on and inside is something that is unusual but interesting. So if you say beauty and healthcare are important, that is important because everyone knows it. Like for you, I think this is something place where they throw the cigarettes or a bad it is something there. Now we just need to do
Don't get into verification because that inside is basically opinions. Something inside the
It's too difficult.
we will get to the
Let's try another combination. It's like more
Forever, they not right.
Yeah, it's a mental test with a kind of.
Okay.
what about this one?
はい、宮地先生です。どの先生ですか。もういないです。
Yeah, inside is you don't want to get sick because of
私のプロジェクトマネージメントの課題は恐ろしかった
で、結果は？
この先生が超気に入ってる。なんか今一生懸命やろうとしてる。教育会議にお金もらうから。
あ、じゃあやるのはこれから。
これからね、それを
じゃあ具体的なイノベーティブなことが出たんだ。こうやればいいっていう。
全然イノベーティブじゃなくて。
みんなでお掃除の日を決めようとかそういうダウンロードじゃないだろうな。
でもなんかグループ仲良くなるために、記念を取るためにっていうのがあったら、一応そのチームを作って、
掃除当番。
毎月こう当番で必ず何かそのイノベーティブなこととか、自分のつながったようなことをしていますよ。
計画倒れにならないように。
この先生が他にタイプ。
It's an insight. What other insight can you find for the scenes? What other insight you can find for the scenes?
Yeah.
People don't want to get sick.
いや、なんか資料見た。
Yeah.
いやいや、なんか、これにはいくらいるっていう一覧表を建設する。
It feels like using hands to look at the
掃除機が何表だけ見て、じゃあ、
People feel that if they clean their hands,
お金の話をしてるみたいな。それは見よう。資料はした。
Just say again.
people feel that if they clean their hands,
Let's write that. So people just they don't watch their
if they wash their hands,
while you are having conversation, are you using the chair as the conversation or just because you are alone and then you enjoy the chair?
認められてない。
That one's tricky.
So this could be the
Sorry,
big.
I'm so confused.
No, no, no.
This one
Let's
is
build it.
tricky idea.
This is a good beginning for an insight. So now it is missing something else.
We want to make
So right now,
veg area
this is kind of an opinion that could become a good insight.
getting too far.
So
medical area, the medical health.
people feel if they watch something, they won't get sick.
入学者を入れてさ、ナポリに稼がなくてさ、
Then I'm thinking about maybe
Something like this.
chill better. This one from inside, is there any way how we make some people realize we can put something in the around the smoking area? Something like that.
This is a really bad way to end up inside, but it could be right like, is this just enough?
somebody can give you a hand.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, this is an exercise. This is not the right one. But for example, if we take this sentence, people feel if they wash their hands, they won't get sick. However, in public pictures, napkins or wet napkins are provided. Is this just enough? So if you take this one, it could lead you to probably a better napkin. It could lead you to gloves. It could lead you to anything. However, there are like probably this part, napkins or wet napkins is like very specific for an insight.
Most likely healthcare topics.
This public picture is also let's see how it feels. Like on feeling they wash their hands, they won't let's see whether the public trains.
The goal of our website can be both product and service, right?
Let's put it, there are tools, there are ways.
They give you something to in your hand.
If I write something like see, we are telling here, we are telling all the story of the napkins that we talk about it. We are bringing public places. We are bringing the fact that they offer something to clean. We are talking about health.
More like general.
And we are talking about trust. So it's like, okay, the public places give you a napkin, but another issue like why trust that this is clean.
So actually inside it's safety outside.
Is it enough?
Maybe
This
it comes to packaging.
and inside. Yeah, we could write,
Packaging.
would you trust, is it enough?
Something like
That's right. This is okay.
inside the plastic, something like that.
In my, I mean, there are some,
Yes, there are so many. Just
there are some
from
things
there,
to
yeah.
fix, but
I met some doctors and they say if you wash your hands, so after that you wipe your hand with towel. There is no point in washing it.
Project massively.
So you need to wash your hands and then dry it in air. These are doctors before they go into operation, they sanitize themselves, they wash their hands.
so let's do that. You choose one and we try to build the
I'm always concerned about is it dirty or not? Things like that. But I don't know, is this also sanitizer or something?
Okay, that's right. You say that right.
Clean.
Who's going? More healthy.
So inside can be, are there faster, better and healthier ways to cook? Faster, better and healthier ways to cook.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Let's write it.
Or
Let's
yeah,
write it.
easy, better to cook or
Are there faster,
yeah, better,
Healthier.
healthier,
Ways to cook.
Ways.
Microwave can be.
So if you take this one, you are not relating to any of the
No, you are.
misinformation.
No, you are. It's a method of cooking.
But you are not giving here that information.
So
So that's the thing, this is just a part. It's not.
that's an insight. That's an insight, right? Because we found out microwave in the industry, and we found out that it can reduce oil and salt. And we feel that this is an insight.
Yeah, but I mean, what I mean, for example, in this example, you are bringing the napkins, you are bringing, but in this one, you are not bringing the microwave.
That's okay. We are expanding the
So it's not relating to what we found.
we found something regarding one method of cooking.
Exactly, so the inside is not related to that.
Inside is from this.
But here you are not telling that. So we keep it like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course, the issue is when you create so many garbage, like don't touch any tissue. Yeah. So I was thinking from that, this one is working out of, you know, like you really like don't like to kill everything. Yeah. So if everybody knows that, you really like to it's very fast. And why people keep fishing? Because they want to put advertisement. So we will ask the company that wants to give tissue advertisement the UV light, the machine. So when they want to clean their hands, they can see it.
You want to give it a try?
Yeah, that's nice. So I mean, the sealer machine they need money, so we can. So what do you say? Oh, the machine. So I can clean it after the day. Yeah. So you need one thing, and then you clean your hand, and then you will see the advertisement. Yeah. So the guy don't have to give tissue.
There's many cases like this. I mean, it's everywhere. Everyone committing the
So healthy,
what do you call it in Japan?
fashionable.
Self-promotion.
Tissue. If people are not interested in it, it means tissue plus advertisement.
Another idea maybe come up after this kind of things. Maybe we can think of better
So you're taking this from here?
how to make everyone's success like ATM, the publishing, because like everyone
That
is
is because of this.
but
We're
how
taking
to
this
make
one.
people notice that we are clean. Maybe because of tissue, or maybe there are some other products that's more valuable than just tissue.
Okay, time's up. Time's up. So please have a seat, please. Okay, please have a seat. So, how did it go? How did it go? Did you find many insights? You wish, right? You wish they're good insights, but I don't know. So here are some things I had been asked by different teams, and I think it's great to share. So many teams had words like this in the fact column. Okay, more men than women. Less kids on the street. Are they really facts? Because you're using terms like more, or few, or too many. They're all opinions, right? You understand? If you see 10 cars, okay, if you're from, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, you may say, hey, there's many cars sitting there. But if you're from New York, you may say there's only 10 cars. So be careful using words like more, too much, too many, or too few, and so on. Those are not facts. You want to be careful. That you need to be extra careful when you are thinking in a global scale, right? If you may think $1,000 is expensive, right? You may say $1,000 is expensive. If you go to Dubai, it's on the street. You'll find it on the street. No, maybe not. right? If you go to other places, you can build a castle with $1,000, right? So, especially when you are in a global context, you want to be very careful about fact and opinion, okay? I know this is, I know I'm gonna bring this up because I know it's gonna be a big controversial here. But for example, eating whales, right? We do that, and that's a big discussion going on, right? And people hate us now of doing that, but that's part of our culture. So yes, there's so many different opinions on one fact or on the same fact you're looking at. So when you're discussing, you want to be very careful about what is the fact and what is an opinion. Okay, so maybe a use of words help you. Okay, and somebody asked, is insight a part of opinion? Right? Is insight part of opinion? Yes, I think so. It's subjective. It's up to you. Right? Insight is not the fact. That's for sure. Right? Insight is not a fact. Insight is something that you or your team came up. So that's a part of a type of opinion. But what's different is fact and opinion comes in pairs, right? And then insights and solutions comes in pair. So insight is a building block for solutions. Once you get an insight, one insight, it could be turned into different types of solutions. Okay? So that's maybe the relationship. And of course, fact and opinion is somewhat related to some insight and solutions. So there's a not to one connection, but maybe end-to-end connections that could be possible. So those are the questions that I've been answering when I was walking around. So I just wanted to share with you. So before getting to the break, let's hear from maybe one or two teams that brilliant insight that you found. Okay, again, insight is not just regular findings. Okay, don't tell me that there are so many cars running around, we should do something about it. Yeah, we know that since I don't know when, right? But I want some insight that goes, that's a good point. Or, let's have some kind of different or new perspective, right? Remember, insights can lift the light from a different direction onto your problem, onto your design problem. That was one of the definitions we covered, right? So, anybody? Any team? Okay, go ahead. It's okay. Oh, okay. Let's get the mic. Yeah.
I was the one that should live the experience. We divided us in 3 blocks: observation, experience, and blah blah. And I need to get a medicine for headache without speaking Japanese.
Yes.
Without reading Japanese.
Yes.
And I have just to find a pharmacy. And it was real hard.
Okay.
Because there's no sign, like patronized sign.
Yeah.
And then I went.
Non-obvious signs. Okay.
Non-obvious sign. And then I went to this place that has like some draws.
Oh, okay. Yes, it does kind of. Can I put it up on the screen? Okay. Yeah, okay.
And this draws, I say, okay, I find the solution. Here will be a pharmacy and I'll get my headache medicine.
Right.
But I came inside and I just saw that wasn't a pharmacy.
She thought this is a pharmacy, but it's actually
yeah, it was like a massage place, like shiatsu or some different alternative medicine.
Hospital, yes.
Yeah. And then I went and I said, okay, I need a heartache medicine. And then she said something. I pretend that I don't speak Japanese at all.
You pretend.
Yeah, I understand what she said. Okay, I'm a foreigner. And then I asked her, okay, I need the medicine, a pill. And she said, shotomate. And then she wrote. And then she asked, hajimete, like asking if I want to be in the clinic. And then she said, just wait and we will be next.
Yeah.
And she come back and said, no, I don't want a massage. I want the medicine. I have pain. And then and then I do the mimic of getting a medicine, and then she said, ah, and I said, pharmacy, ah, the Japanese said, oh, and then, okay, and then she wanted to like go with me to see where's the pharmacy, and then we collected a lot of different informations about this, because I have also another friend of my family that is not from Japan, from Thailand, so he has the same difficulties. And then at the end, I was thinking, and then the Japanese team, they bring like yoga, gardening, karaoke, I don't know, exercise, massage, and I say, oh, maybe the Japanese people, when they have a pain, depends on the level of pain, they don't get a medicine, because they careful a lot with chemicals. And we in Brazil, we don't care about chemicals. If there's a pain, we'll get a medicine, no problem. So that's why we are talking about the insight that maybe there's a space for a pharmacy here without medicine, without a pure medicine that can use yoga or gardening or karaoke or massage or exercise to cure some headache.
I see.
That's it.
Okay, good insight. So her insight was maybe there, of course, pharmacy deals with Western medicine, usually, right? There might be a chance of having more things other than Western medicine. For example, yoga or some other exercise or some things like that. Interesting. Based on your experience and some other observations. Good. All right. Any other insights? No? Okay, that's good, but you need to proceed with whatever you have on the board right now. I don't know if you're confident or not, but you'll be moving ahead with it. Okay? But let's take a break. Let's take a 10-minute break. What's that? Oh, you want to go? Go ahead.
It's not inside,
it's
but
okay.
It's kind of discussion we had.
Sure, share with us.
I thought it's interesting and might like to share. So, as a foreigner, most of us think Japanese, especially the people in Tokyo, are always like too stressed, too serious, never smile. This is opinion from the foreigner point of view. And yeah, so we were thinking, and we discussed about how the environment is inside trains. Like everyone is quiet and sitting still, no voice and anything, like it's completely completely silence and stressful. So
that's your opinion.
Yeah. I said it's in a discussion. I said it's in a discussion. So yeah, our Japanese member says it's a normal thing, and yeah. So I said it's a discussion. So we were discussing about, can we do something to have little bit relaxed environment in train? So maybe people might feel little bit relaxed. So it's still in discussion and it's still disputed, still in middle zone whether it should be or should not be. But yeah, that was our side.
Yeah, I think it's a great discussion because what you observe is that everyone's quiet, working on their cell phones on the trains in Japan, right? And it's quiet. That's a fact, right? Everyone's quiet. No one's talking, and just everyone's whispering, right? And there's two opinions. He thinks it's uncomfortable, and it should not be like this. And maybe someone thinks it's quiet and calm, and it feels nice, right? So there's completely two different options. I mean, opinions.
Especially if you go to Brazil and go inside the subway and they start to play samba.
Yes. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yes.
I'm trying to read your
Yes.
So I like
You like your okay. Even I other foreigners liking this. So yes, I think it's great. It's great. So you want to be very careful, and then there's a when you're careful, there's a lot of discussion you can do about, right? There's a fact and the gap between fact and opinion. That's the discussion point, right? One thinks this way, one thinks the other. And then there will be the question of how come? Why there is such difference between you or your culture and our culture? Where is what's the ultimate goal? Is there any goal that we as a humanity should pursue, or is there any, how diverse it should be? Is it at one extreme end and the other extreme end? Or what is it? What's the best solution for this? So it could be a lot of discussion on that, right? Or you can have this specific train being a Brazilian train, Indian train, and Japanese train, right? So Japanese train is like a funeral, and Brazilian train is like, I don't know, the celebration of a World Cup winning, right? So you can choose, or something like that, right? So it's always fun to separate fact and opinion, and that'll give you a lot of insight. Right? Even not straight from the fact and opinion pairs, but the discussion, maybe around it can give you an insight too. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. We have one more.
Can I share my insight?
Sure.
I saw a lot of old women.
Yes.
Old elderly.
Okay, that's your opinion, right?
I think more than 60 years old.
Okay, that's that.
Women wearing this is also my opinion, but very good clothes.
Expensive, you mean?
No, fashionable.
Okay.
But at the same time, wearing a little bit wider and no-heel shoes. So for me, this is my opinion.
Sure.
So they have fashionable mind, but at the same time, they have to wear that kind of shoes because of her leg problem. And so I think my insight is if we provide some shoes which is comfortable at the same time very fashionable, they want to wear it. And also I have one more supporting fact. The other lady carrying her own carry bag, how to say, it's not for carry bag for older people. How to say that one?
Yeah, there is a specific designed one
that
old people can push around, right? Yes.
It's not different. It's just my own suitcase. It's like bright red one. So it's a little bit different shape with the ordinary shopping cart. So that she needs to put it on the packing table.
Yes.
So I feel it's very unclean.
Yes.
There's hygiene problem, but I guess she wants to need it because it's more fashionable than ordinary one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think they still have that kind of fashionable mind. So I think it's for shoes and bags.
Okay. Yeah. So you see some opportunities.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Interesting. So let me, because it's a great opportunity to get a feedback. So you said this is your opinion, right? So yes, it's true. You see something and say, hey, I should do this. I should provide this solution, right? I know you get that tendency, but stop there, okay? Pay attention to the fact again, okay? Is she really wearing the shoes with the pain or not? That's your opinion. You think that she is forced to wear that shoes. But if you take a closer look, she doesn't care about the shoes. Maybe she's not the shoes lady. She's a bag lady. She doesn't care about the shoes. Is that opinion or the fact? Right. So what I'm saying is that yes, it's easy for you to get to the opinion and then the insight to the solution. That's easy. But be careful. Try to be a little bit careful about relating to that fact. Then you may find some gap inside of you. That's your bias. That's your box. You see somebody wearing non-cute shoes and you think you should provide a cute shoes. Okay? That's your box. right? That's your box, and probably that's everyone else's box the same, right? All the shoemakers, all the fashion makers are thinking the similar thing. How can you be different? Yeah? So that's where you need to kind of stop and, take a closer look. Yes?
How we can change opinions and facts?
You don't change it probably, but you kind of trace it back.
No, I wanted to say that when she said 80%, you said, okay, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Because she mentioned the number, yes, good. But 80% is statistical.
Yeah, exactly.
And it might be 80% in Japan and 20% somewhere else.
Yep.
So the fact is localized.
Exactly.
It's not absolute.
Right.
Good. So if we have a hypothesis, an opinion, can we change it into a fact that's localized to some place under some circumstances by conducting measures?
Sure.
So it means opinions can move into facts.
Right.
And the driving point for a fact is an opinion. Can we say it like that?
I guess so. Yeah, you're almost, how do you say, you're trying to prove that your opinion is very close to a fact.
Yes.
Or you can say your opinion is, you have a hypothesis as an opinion.
Exactly.
And then you're collecting the evidence that your hypothesis is a fact.
Yes, because actually the daily life goes by fuzzy logic.
Yeah.
We don't have that kind of concrete measurements.
Yes.
And when we say these fuzzy statements like big, small, large, things like that, so it comes from our understanding to the environment, the culture, things like that.
Yep.
And if we have measurements to change it into facts, they can become facts that we can depend on.
Yeah.
So the starting point for a fact is an opinion.
Yeah, you could say
I can
so.
say that.
You could say so. And of course, like you said, everything is in dynamic.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because one day in a month, you see 80% of women, right? And another day in a week, you see 80% of men.
Yes.
Okay? And then once there's a festival, you see like 120% of kids. So, but about 10 years ago, what about 10 years later?
Exactly.
So everything comes in dynamic.
Yes.
So so I did not talk about it. I did talk about the viewpoints. Now you need to talk about the scopes, right? Time scope, the time window, and then the area. That's another scope. Where's the boundary of your thoughts and thinking and opinions, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's a great point that you can. It's not like it's not like waterfall from fact, opinion, and insight and solution. It's iterative, right? You may start from the opinion and then find new fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible.
I would tend to say that it's like a sphere or a space where you can find facts, opinions, and insights, all of them within that sphere. It's not clear dimensions as much as it's a sphere where everything is existing together. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I like that you put it that way. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
And I think my case is, interview is very useful. So for example, you find that kind of elder ladies, if I interview to them, I think I understand their true intention.
Yes, I agree. And I have a question for you. I cut my hair last week. What do you think? Yeah, I cut my hair last week. What do you think? What's that? Good looking? Yes. So I just interviewed, but I didn't. I lied. I interviewed you, and you said you like it, right? So interviews are super difficult because you're almost asking you what you want, and they will answer what you want to hear. Okay? Don't trust interviews. I mean, you need to plan your interviews. It's very difficult. If you're developing this and take this to this guy and say, what do you think? Please try to taste. Then he'll say, I like it sweeter, right? But he will never buy this because he has never experienced of buying this tea. But since I give it to him, he'll say he thinks he needs to say something, right? And I have experience on this. I was in Honda, and we conducted a survey on a certain motorcycle style, and everyone said, "Oh yeah, I love it. I'll buy it when it's out. I'll pay this much." No one did. Truly, it failed miserably. Who answered those surveys? Those people never existed. we plan to produce it for 20,000, quantity, but we only sold, I cannot tell you, so much. But we had the best technology. The best technology, it's an automatic transmission. It was cool for us. So, but it did not have any value for the true customers. So when you interview, it's very difficult to get the real opinion. Okay? So I had one team did an interview, just like you suggested, and I told them, can you really trust that interview? Yeah? If you ask them, they'll answer. Because they think they have to answer. Even though they don't care. Okay? If you ask people, so do you think you need to work out? They'll say, yeah, I should work out. Yes, I'll probably work out next month. Right? Because even you will probably answer that if you get interviewed by somebody. Right? So, okay, here's a tip on the interview on the boot camp that I just got reminded that it's the very beginning of the boot camp. There's a interview section. It's quite interesting. Oh, here. So go to page 10. Page 10. So there's of course why interview, and you would say you would say the interview, you need to plan your interview and blah, blah, blah. You need to select the right people, right timing and blah, blah, blah. What's really super important is this. Build rapport. Okay? Building rapport is become a friend. That's it. Okay? Become a friend with interviewee. Otherwise, he or she tell you what you just asked. But if you became more, if he or she became more familiar with you, he or she would say, I don't care, right? But if you don't know each other, they will never say, I don't care. Imagine yourself, okay, once on the street, the guy come up to you and say, I'm from Toyota. Are you interested in new Prius? You would say, wow, Toyota guy's just interviewing me. Yeah, I'm interested in new Prius. What about it? Do you like red or blue? Let me think about it. I like dark red, but you never drove a dark red car, or red car even. Or you don't even drive a car. But if you were interviewed by Toyota people, all of a sudden, you become the expert of the car to answer the questions. Okay? So that's another aspect of human-centered. Okay? Imagine yourself being interviewed by some random people on the street, and you were just, thrown at the question. You'll try to answer. Okay? Don't let them answer in that way. You have to build rapport, and then they will start to tell you the truth. Okay? But it's hard. It's very difficult. So I would start from observation. Because observation does not tell you a lie, right? At least. Doesn't tell you much, but doesn't tell you a lie. Interviews, full of lies. They don't think they're lying, but at the end they're lying. So there's another interesting story about, maybe this was shared by Hiro, that they conducted the focus group. Focus group is that you invite people to have a comment on whatever the product, okay? They invited a focus group to the Chinaware. Okay, the Chinaware had a very radical design. Black and square plates, and red and triangle plates. So very radical, very new designs. Okay, and then you ask the panel to which one you like. They all pointed out the black square because it looks cool and modern and everything. And and the panel is done. Okay, focus group is done, and they invited them to the exit. So on the way, they said, oh, as a compliment, please take any of the plates sitting on here. Everyone took the round, white, ordinary plate. But everybody liked the black, square plate when they were asked. But as a present, they took home the very ordinary plate. Why? Because it suits their shelf. It just fits their shelf. So no one was telling the truth. But they weren't lying. They never noticed that they were lying but they were asked whether they liked the new design. So they were answering your questions. Okay? So that's scary, right? So if you were so naive and say, hey, we should produce this black square plate because people love it, good luck. That's gonna turn out to be like my motorcycle. Where is those people? Where they went, right? So interviewing is very difficult. You need to plan it out, and the interviewing people has to start with building rapport. Okay, maybe it says intro the project, but if you introduce the project, you'll get the big bias on them. Yeah. So I don't know. I would go in different direction. I would try to build a rapport, and then start asking questions. After maybe 5 drinks, yes, they might be telling me truth. But it's true. It's again human-centered approach, right? Because you're human. If you are asked by a professional to answer something, you will. You're trying to be a help for this professional, but that often does not contain truth. Okay. So let's take a break until 4 and let's come back at 4, okay? Thank you.
You are a designer, right? When you propose a customer, some designer, what do you talk? Like an interview? Or
So it's similar to what I was telling you during lunchtime. So you do an interview, but you have to be very careful. And